When I was 10 years old, Halloween was my favorite night of the year, not because of the candy or the costumes, but because of the pumpkin in Mrs. Darlow's window. Mrs. Darlow lived at the end of our street, an old, quiet woman everyone whispered about. Some kids said she was a witch, others said her husband vanished on Halloween years ago, but every October 31st, she placed the same glowing pumpkin in her window. A crooked smile carved deep into its face, flickering with a strange light that didn't look like any candle I'd ever seen. My friends and I always dared each other to go near her house. Nobody ever did, except me. That Halloween, dressed as a ghost, I decided I'd knock on her door. I didn't believe the stories, and I wanted to prove I was brave. As I walked up her porch, the wooden boards creaked under my feet. The pumpkin's grin seemed to widen. I raised my hand to knock, but the door opened on its own. Inside, the house smelled like cinnamon and something old, maybe dust, maybe memories. Mrs. Darlow sat by the fireplace, her cat curled up on her lap, the pumpkin glowing beside her. She looked at me and smiled. "I was wondering when one of you brave little ones would come in," she said kindly. "You like the pumpkin, don't you?" I nodded, trying not to look scared. She lifted it carefully and placed it in my hands. It was warm, like it was alive. "This pumpkin," she whispered, "is made from a wish. Every Halloween it keeps one memory alive, of someone you miss." Her eyes glistened, and for a moment I saw a man's shadow in the firelight beside her, smiling gently before fading away. I realized then that her husband wasn't missing. He was remembered. She told me to make a wish before midnight and keep the pumpkin by my window. So that night, I did. I wished for my grandpa, who had passed away that summer, to know I still missed him. In the morning, the pumpkin was gone, but my room smelled faintly of his cologne, and on my bedside table, I found a candy wrapper from the kind he always gave me. Every Halloween after that, I saw the pumpkin glow again in Mrs. Darlow's window, a little dimmer each year, until one Halloween, her house was dark. But now, every October 31st, I carve a pumpkin and place it in my window, the same crooked smile, the same warm light, because some memories should never fade, even after the candles go out.